Hey, what's up? What's up? This is Steven. You are watching Limitless Club. So make sure you like, subscribe, hit that bell for notifications, and we'll be back with more after this. But first, in this episode, Google, aka YouTube, or is it YouTube, aka Google? Same thing, right? They have been pretty relaxed the last few years about the Ad Bloker. They never liked it, but they knew that it was probably potentially costing them some money, at least in their heads. We know that YouTube has been struggling financially, and YouTube isn't the most profitable company. They make a lot of money, but they're not the most profitable company. And for some odd reason, they chose now to basically decide now's the time to potentially block ads. So now I'm thinking like, okay, I do YouTube now, and this is not the best time, obviously, because I'm coming in more in this space in the last few years, but I don't really see the reason why YouTube, after all these years, since 2000, whatever they bought YouTube, I think it was 2006, 7, or 8, one of those two, right? And why didn't they attack this a long time ago if this is an actual problem? I think the issue was their model wasn't perfect, and they maybe didn't charge enough either for their ads, or, in my opinion, which is probably most people's opinion, is that the advertisers themselves have started to spend a lot less money on YouTube. So it's much easier to assume that than wondering, okay, well, YouTube's model is bad. No, YouTube model is not terrible. It's just that the ads probably aren't worth it. YouTube isn't recommending what they need to recommend for the companies. YouTube probably hasn't been the most forthcoming about how they actually provide the ads, not just on YouTube, but also on random sites to find either their videos or websites. Remember, YouTube and Google are pretty much the same company. So I own websites, right? If someone pays for a YouTube ad, they can easily get their ad not just on YouTube, but Google will push it to other third-party websites in order to either get their video out or their ad out, right? So the question is, are the ad companies paying for outside recommendations for the ads, or are they expecting to be only on YouTube, right? So it's kind of a disconnect there, and I feel like companies are probably slowly finding out that, hey, I'm paying millions of dollars for these ads, and then why isn't the ads working properly? Why can't I get the best results? Why are you recommending to people my ads that have no interest in my ads, right? And that's really been the problem with Google. And you can see this article, right? YouTube tests disabling videos. People using ad blockers. All right, so YouTube is throwing a major wrench into video playback for viewers who are using ad blockers. The company has confirmed the Verge that is currently running a small experiment globally that urges viewers with ad blockers enabled to allow ads on YouTube or try YouTube Premium. The statement comes after some people began noticing a new prompt warning that video playback could be cut off if YouTube detects repeated use of ad blocker tools. See, that's the key. Android Authority earlier reported, owned by YouTube, by the way, Android owned by YouTube, on those tests, which prevent viewers from watching more than 3 videos when an ad blocker is active. So basically, you're limited to only 3 videos, potentially, maybe less and less as you go. And some people think that at the end, there may be one ad you can watch after the full update is here. So that is the most interesting part about this. And back to the article. So ad blocker detection is not new, of course. We see it on other websites too, right? And other publishers regularly ask viewers to disable ad blockers, as you may have seen. I got one yesterday. So Google spokesperson Aloha Falodun told The Verge by email, YouTube insists that users will receive multiple notifications urging them to cease using the tools or alternatively subscribe to YouTube Premium. I am a YouTube Premium user just because I just don't like the C ads. Also, I like certain features on there, but it's not that big of a value to me. I think it should be less expensive, more cheap. I don't see a reason why YouTube Premium needs to be like $12 a month. I think it should be like between $5 and $7 a month. And you know, if I know they have videos, like they don't even have streaming for the newest like movies, right? Like Netflix. Netflix is actually a very close price to YouTube Premium, so it's a little bit more expensive, but at least I get some new movies there. And Disney Plus, well, I guess they're fair compared to Netflix, but still overpriced for the value they give. Nobody watches the Marvel, so you get my point. So YouTube just needs, like, when the only reason why I subscribe to YouTube, guys, here's a little nugget for me. The reason why I subscribe to YouTube Premium is there is a really good show called what's it called? Cobra Kai. All right. So because of Cobra Kai, I subscribed to YouTube Premium and I stayed on YouTube Premium. That's it. So it's that simple, guys. It's that simple. So if I thought about unsubscribing to it, you know, because well, I'm not using it, but the truth is, I liked some of the features and I didn't like watching ads. That's it. It was that simple. So those people who are willing to pay for it, but YouTube just does need to make it cheaper, and I think more people will come. I think they'll actually make a bigger profit margin if to just let it make sense for more people to subscribe, or have more, not just YouTube originals, meaning like YouTubers having their own original show just exclusively on YouTube Premium. I'm talking about, you know, more TV shows, not exclusive to YouTube, right? That's what I'm talking. Not YouTube TV. YouTube TV is stupid. All right, YouTube TV makes no sense. It's a good service, but I think the majority of people just don't need it. When I was in Thailand, I did a free trial on the YouTube TV because I thought it was something else, and it didn't really turn out the way I wanted to. I didn't really watch what I want to watch, especially international programs. There's some things that, if you like football stuff and whatever, you can just subscribe to ESPN maybe, or I don't know. I'm not sure if the value is there. Maybe it's better than ESPN, but unless you have the extra money, I don't see a reason to subscribe to YouTube TV. So that's another issue that I personally have. But so we take disabling playback very seriously, says YouTube, and will only disable playback if viewers ignore repeated requests to allow ads on YouTube. Fandom email to The Verge reads: in cases when viewers feel they have been falsely flagged as using an ad blocker, they can share this feedback by clicking on the link in the prompt. These measures indicate that YouTube is hardening its stance against ad blocker, and it's justifying the move by saying all of those ad spots are critical for creators to be compensated for their content and for the platform to remain free. YouTube's ad support model supports a diverse ecosystem of creators and provides billions of people globally access to content for free with ads, the company's statement says. So, so YouTube is basically providing content for free. That's fair, right? So I'm not saying that YouTube shouldn't have ads. Nobody's saying that. We're just saying that make it cheaper if people don't want to see ads. Make it cheaper for them to subscribe to YouTube Premium if they don't want to see the ads. Now, I have a conflict in the sense where I do want to support the creators as much as possible. So I have more than one account that I can use to watch videos specifically to support creators more when it comes to more other random videos I see. So YouTube Premium removes ads from the service and includes other benefits like offline downloads and YouTube Music Premium for the price of $11.99 per month or $119.99 annually. All right. Oh yeah, I almost forgot about YouTube Music, guys. So that's another thing they have. That's probably unnecessary. I think they're trying to move into the Apple space with the music. I'm not exactly sure how well that's been going. Maybe I'll look that up. But let's see. Last November, the company announced that it surpassed 80 million combined subscribers. That's not bad across YouTube Premium and YouTube Music. Well, come on, guys. You gotta separate the premium and music. I think the premium should come with the music. Personally, I think the more package deals, the better. The more or you can upgrade for slightly more and have access to YouTube Music. It's kind of like with Apple and with their family plan. You can just pay a little bit extra for 3 people to use or 2 people. And YouTube doesn't even have a family plan or anything like that. All right. And I know that could be confusing, but just okay, this person's added on this specific plan. It actually makes it easier for the whole family to enjoy it, but you don't have to pay an arm and a leg per person in order to use the YouTube Premium and the music, right? So if you already have surpassed 80 million combined subscribers across YouTube Premium and music, I'm almost positive that music is less. I could be wrong. YouTube Premium is probably more, but I'm pretty sure that people with YouTube Premium doesn't feel that they're getting the best value because they don't have YouTube Music with it, or maybe paying an extra $1 or $2 to have access to YouTube Music. Now I know you guys are saying, nobody's gonna pay an extra $2 because YouTube won't allow that anyway. Well, maybe they will. Depends, because the overall profit would be better. And if YouTube Music is suffering because nobody wants to subscribe to it, which I'm guessing that might be the case, for me personally, unless I'm an Android user, I have no reason to use YouTube Music. I could just use Apple, right? So continue the article. While protecting creators, earnings is a charitable excuse to go with the company has every interest in steering more people towards its recurring monthly subscription. We want to inform viewers that ad blockers violate YouTube's terms of service and make it easier for them to allow ads on YouTube or try YouTube Premium for an ad-free experience, the company said in its email to Verge. So it's already against the terms of service. Again, I'm not upset at YouTube for not liking the ad blocker. If I had a website, actually I have a website, and I had a feature where I could turn on a way to kind of block people from reading my page. But I realized very quickly that right now, because I'm still growing, it's very important for people to actually see my page, right? I'm not YouTube, so I don't have that kind of luxury to just okay, everybody wants to see YouTube. So I should turn on blocking people, and and potentially ruin the company. But who knows? Will this ruin YouTube as a company? I don't think so completely, but they have competition now. So we all know who the competition is. I don't have to say it, but the competition isn't that. Um, there's some competition out there, let's say, that's should be a little bit intimidating for YouTube if they continue this. Like again, ad blockers are one of those contradictions where I get it from the side of the consumers. They don't like the ads. Me, I just give me one ad that's skippable. That's it. One ad that's skippable, not two ads, not or one ad that's skippable, but another ad that's not skippable, or you never know which ad is skippable or not. And also, I don't know whether the ad is being targeted towards me. I may not be interested in that specific subject, so YouTube would have to learn what I'm interested in, which really also in some ways people don't like, because like Facebook, YouTube would use your data to see what you're into. I'm not completely against that in a sense, just as long as they're not selling it. You know what I mean? That's my issue when Facebook, YouTube, and others sell the data versus just using it on their website and kind of understanding what I like, which would make the ads a lot more targeted, which would make their paying for ads, the companies paying for ads, get more value, and YouTube brings more value. So I'm not against that with that logic, because there's no way around it really. You can't know what every person wants unless you create an algorithm that kind of shows what people are interested in. Now, for the video site though, I will add something that may be more controversial. I'm just kidding, it's not controversial. It's not controversial at all, guys. If the ads are something that they're not interested in, but they just happen to come across a video that, okay, I want to check this video out. I'm not interested in the subject matter, but I just want to check it out casually. This is why I use incognito mode, guys, a lot. Use incognito mode. If there's a video that you normally don't watch, save the URL, copy and paste, turn it on your app in incognito mode, and then go back to that YouTube video. So YouTube won't recommend that video if you're not interested in that video. And that could also affect your ads, I'm sure, right? Because if I watch a video about home repair, YouTube for the most part is good at showing a home repair video ad, right? The issue is I may be interested in this video, but I may not actually be interested in the home repair ads. Does that make any sense? Now that's YouTube on your account sees that you're watching home stuff over and over and over again, to the point where, okay, this person watched like 20 videos of home ads. Now we know for sure there's a higher possibility that this person likes home repair, home stuff, Home Depot, whatever it is, right? How to build stuff. And you can also have niches depending on what videos they're watching. But it has to be more precise, and I think the algorithm would need more time to collect data, not just recommend videos and or ads where people watch one video, guys, one video. They watch one video and an ad is recommended to them, or a video is recommended to them based on one video they watch, not the whole library of videos that they watch, but a new video that's unlike their normal routine. All of a sudden the video keeps coming up over and over and over again, and you have to tell them, I'm not interested in this, and they won't show it to you, which is fine, but maybe you do want to watch the video again. So I have to tell YouTube that I'm not interested in this video, potentially not seeing this video again, or I can save it to my playlist. See, that's the conflicts. And what makes this harder is YouTube has a thing which I don't like really. I like it and I don't like it. They count, it's kind of like what Facebook does, and Twitter does it too. When I post something on Twitter or Facebook, if somebody scrolls on the video plays automatically, right? That counts as a view. Now, I don't like that. Now, what I do like about Twitter is they do separate the page post views from the actual video views. So I do like that, but I don't think Facebook does that, and I don't think YouTube does that. So I'm always wondering if I'm actually getting the real views that I'm getting. Now, it does help the algorithm push your video out on YouTube, so I'm kind of fine with that, but I don't like it counting as a view, at least on the consumer side, because the consumer may not actually be interested in that video. Do you get it? So if YouTube is helping creators push their content out, I'm all for that. But on the consumer side, you probably shouldn't show that video too often, maybe once in a while because uh, like, okay, a new video recommendation. Okay, we know this is not a subject that you're not normally into, or this is not a creator type that you're not into. Sometimes things come up on the feed and you're not interested in it at all. Sometimes you may be, but if it accidentally plays when you're strolling down and you are just on that part when you're strolling a little too long, just a few seconds, it'll start playing like in a second. So it's and then I have to go to my history and remove it from my history because I'm not interested in that video, which is the best way to do it in my opinion, because that tells YouTube, oh, he didn't watch it. So I'm hoping, at least that's what I think. I could be wrong, but I think it's been helping a little bit. That method, I recommend it, at least for now. See how that works with you guys. So anyway, yeah, YouTube has been really, really interesting lately, and it's just funny that they care about it all this now, right? Why does YouTube care about this now, after all these years? So my recommendation is just hey, hashtag YouTube on Twitter or at YouTube Twitter and just ask them questions like what's this policy about? When are you rolling this out? And just whatever questions you have, just ask them just to kind of see what's going to happen with the consumer side and the creator side. Because this, believe it or not, it does affect creators much more, because if people don't want to use YouTube anymore, or less people, the creators will suffer because, oh, well, they're not letting me block ads, so I don't want to watch any videos. Even though the YouTubers know that they can easily make a subscription, a paid subscription on the monetization side, for like a monthly subscription to support creators, give you $1, $2, whatever, to make up for monetization. So I don't think a lot of YouTubers need YouTube ads. And I think there's been a trend lately for a long time, especially since 2020, that more and more people are getting a little disgusted with YouTube's policies and this and that, what you can say, what you can't say, right? So there's people moving away from not YouTube per se, but moving away from the ads and kind of focusing more on subscriptions, which I have always been about from the very beginning, even way back in 2010. All right, I've always wanted my own website. I've always wanted my own subscriptions, because that's how it was before YouTube came. And I was in the website business before really YouTube even, well, around the time YouTube came, right? Maybe 2005, right? I was making websites in high school, and by the time 2010 came, I've always wanted to kind of make my own subscription website, because there's other websites that had subscriptions then. So I had to do my own thing, and that was when streaming was really getting big around 2010, 9 and 10. Orange is the New Black on Netflix. I think that came out in 2008 or 9, right? And that's when Crunchyroll came out, and I was competing with Crunchyroll with my website, but I didn't have. It took me a while to even get the subscription going, because I still needed people and traffic on my website, so it didn't catch up fast enough. Also, I didn't catch up to the streaming technology yet, so I had to use Hulu as a host. So that was the only way to really legally do it, but to have access to my content, they would have a subscription, which made no sense, because they could just go to Hulu and watch the same thing, right? So that didn't work out for me back then. So, but yeah, so the streaming service is tough. It's tough, but I think it's Netflix, YouTube, Hulu's doing pretty well. I think yeah, Hulu, Disney Plus, Paramount Plus, HBO is doing okay, right? Paramount's doing okay, but so the question is, what's the value, right? That they bring. Netflix should have more value. They have value only because of the Asian content, in my opinion. And Paramount Plus has Tulsa King and all those other really good shows, and I can't think of the other, and HBO as well, right? So they have value. People are actually subscribing to these platforms for the value. YouTube's only value is YouTubers. That's it. All right. I don't care what anybody says. YouTube's biggest value is YouTubers and YouTube videos from YouTubers. Independent creators. Now, if independent creators get frustrated because YouTube's making it hard for their viewers to see their videos, Which is more important? The YouTuber is making a little bit of money on ads, which has gotten less and less. There's people who have been like their ads have been cut in half, right? Their ad revenue, right? They're already doing super chats and getting people to subscribe to their Patreon or other outside platforms, maybe YouTube membership. That's going to be a push, right? Probably from YouTube as well. More live streams, more super chats. If you're outside of YouTube, it'll be Discord chats, and you could connect it to your bank account like I did. And I'll be setting that up soon for this channel and all my other channels. So I have one channel that's it's set up for, and I'm gonna hopefully set it up for this channel as well. So when I do live streams and I monetize, for example, I can actually get paid in a more personal way between the viewer and the YouTuber, because I think that's just a better model, because people like you enough to pay you, and you can also sell them maybe other things that you might be interested in, like bringing value to, right? The people who you're interested in bringing value to, you can actually provide that by having a subscription and say, have all this stuff you can get now because you subscribe to me. And that could be inside of YouTube and outside of YouTube. The effects are the same. The reason why people subscribe to YouTube is because it's easier. But if you can make it as easy as possible to get outside of that, then yeah, I would think that they would do it if they really want to support you and understand where you're coming from. So if you guys like this video, make sure you like, share, subscribe, and please guys comment below what's your opinion on this YouTube ad blocker thing. Again, I'm not mad at YouTube per se. I just think there's a lot of YouTubers who are waking up. So let's all wake up, guys. Let's find other ways to monetize, and I'll see you next time. Until then.